So Darius, I'll start off with the easy one. Just assess your own play through the first two games.
My own play
Yes.
hasn't been up to expectations, but I know as season goes on, I'm gonna get better. Like that's what happens with everybody. Every game they get better when the season goes on, but we just gotta make it quick. So that's how I see myself. I'm never satisfied with my own play. So every time you ask me, you'll always tell me I need to get better. So.
Go ahead, John.
Darius, you had that great game against them last year. Do you expect to see a little bit more attention after what you did to them last year?
Yeah, during the whole season, I'm gonna have a lot more attention on me than I did last year. I'm gonna get a lot more double and triple teams. I've learned that the first two games. So, but I always expect myself to make a lot of plays every game, and it won't change.
Back to you, Greg.
So you mentioned getting double teamed. That goes with playing inside on a defensive line. But is it happening more as you've gotten older and gotten better?
Yeah, especially this year. My freshman sophomore year, I really didn't get double teamed that much. Towards the end of my junior year, I started to get double teamed a lot. But this year, they're really keen on me and my brother scheming off us. So I'm definitely getting a lot of double and triple teams.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Hey, Jace, you and Dante combined for 5 sacks last year against Baylor. What is it? What kind of a challenge is Charlie Brewer for you guys?
He's a really very skilled quarterback, but we just gotta contain him in the pocket. And with our game plan, with our scheme, we're gonna go up. We're gonna contain him in the pocket. But honestly, just every opponent, I feel like it's the same. We just gotta play our own game, and if we do, he'll take care of himself. But just Charlie Brewer in general, he's a very good quarterback.
We'll go to Cody Nestor next.
Hey Darius, I was just wondering if you could kind of walk us through what it's like to be double teamed, and what are things you have to do differently, and what are things you can do to kind of beat double teams?
To get double teamed, it's at first you engage in the first guy, but then I know sometime during that play I'm gonna get chipped or blocked or somehow. But in order to play against double team, you gotta stay low pad level, and you just gotta keep your feet moving. If you stop your feet, you're gonna get knocked over. And if you have too high pad level, you're gonna get knocked over. So really, you just gotta be perfect against them in order to beat it.
We'll go to Kevin Kinder.
Darius, I know he doesn't play alongside you, but is it different when the Bandit is playing on the line versus, back in kind of a Mike position in terms of what you're thinking, what you're trying to do? I mean, I know obviously he's still got run fit responsibilities, so does that change a little bit? At times where you're going, what you're doing, do you have to keep all that in mind?
Yeah, because there's another guy that's beside me. That's why I got to keep in mind. But at the same time, I got my own responsibility. So really, I wouldn't say it affects me, but I wouldn't say it don't affect me either. Because I got to do my job in order to free the Bandit up, and he's got to do his job to free me up sometimes. So really, it's just we're kind of working together.
Back to you, Greg.
So Darius, a two-parter here. Going back, your first Mountaineer event game was, how old were you? Do you remember it? And now that you've been here 4 years, and obviously you followed this program very closely, has it been what you thought it would be? Is college football different or the same as you anticipated?
Oh, it's completely different. You really don't know what to expect unless you go through it. I mean, I had dreams of like being successful at this level, but you don't really know how it feels till you go through it. But it's a good feeling, But honestly, I came to college to get to the NFL, and that's what I'm planning on doing. That's what my goal is. So really, overall, yeah, it's been different, but been the same too.
Next question is from Skylar Callahan.
Hey Darius, I know this is two different teams, two different coaching staffs and players. But 2 years ago, when you guys struggled at Iowa State, you bounced back against Baylor, and another frustrating loss last week. Do these frustrating losses kind of help motivate you a little bit extra in having a nice bounce back week the following week?
Yeah, it always hurts losing whenever you put your all into something. But at the end of the day, if it don't work, you got to go to the drawing board back on Sunday and then work at it throughout the whole week to hopefully get a dub this week. But you can't really dwell on really losing because it'll affect your next game. Coach Les is always like, don't lose two games in one. Don't lose one game and then bring that emotional energy to the next game and then lose it because you lost one. So like really, we just got to just put it behind us and flip the chapter and move on.
Okay, Mike, go ahead.
Darius, how's it going?
Good.
Good. I'm wondering if you plan on finding the sideline reporter at all at any point during this game. And more to that, having fun in your position and being confident, whether you're doing something like that or you're getting double, triple, seems really important because the way teams play you or just play that position in the nose, it could be not fun and it could drain your confidence too. Those two attributes, how important are they as much as, being strong or being smart too?
Being confidence really goes into is a big factor because if you're not confident, you're really not going to go 100% because if you don't know what you're doing or you don't know what the assignment is, you're not going to go full speed. But if you know everything, then that makes your confidence boost up and helps you make more plays. But being confident in my position, along with the other position on the line, you got to be because it's you versus the man in front of you. And if you watch film all week and if you prepare like you're supposed to, you're going to be confident going to the game. So, honestly, just confidence is a big factor in football in general because if you're not confident, you're not going to succeed.
And back to you, Greg.
So get back to how old were you when you first attended a Mountaineer game? What are your memories of your early childhood coming to games here?
I remember going to, I think I was like 10 or 11, I'm pretty sure, whenever we played LSU. I didn't go to the game, but my mom and I and Dante used to just come up during game days and just kind of just walk outside around the stadium just to get the feel for it. And that's all really we ever needed because it was a good feeling. But yeah, I remember going to a couple back when I was young. Didn't really know what was going on, but I was just happy to be here.
Go ahead, Greg.
And then Dante, what's it mean to play along a guy that you know well? And how does that help you that you know what each other is doing?
It means a lot because if you know what each other's doing, yeah, that's when the confidence plays in. Because I know Dante's gonna do his job to where it's gonna free me up, or like vice versa. So playing against my brother, and it builds confidence for sure because I know he's gonna do his job and he knows I'm gonna do mine. So at the end of the day, playing my brother's honestly the best.
To you, Sean.
Hey Darius, Coach Leslie mentioned that outside of you and Dante, that some of the younger guys need to step up. Akeem, Quay, and then just how have they done? And then Jordan Jefferson. What's the difference between him last year and him this year at this point?
Quay, JJ, and Akeem have done really good during practice. They're just trying their hardest to get better every day. I coach them a lot. I tell them what they need to do during this play or like what stance or alignment they need to work on. I try my best to get them prepared so say if I'm tired, they go in and they know what to do. But difference between them, JJ last year, he's got really strong. He's gotten very strong. He's working his feet better. He's honestly just took a step forward, so that's good for all of us.